Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all of you out there. I am Madam Yusnaliza Hamid. Today we are going to discuss past common test question 3 from topic 3 MFRS 116 property planner equipment. And this is question 3 May 2020 from the open distance learning question, which is the one last semester. Okay, let's start. Okay. Question 3. Let's read the question first. Kovido Berhad is a company involved in manufacturing various types of paint. So manufacturing paints that was for home and industrial use. This is telling that they involved in a production of paints. And on 10 May 2016, the company bought a new machine. 10 May. 10 May is the date of acquisition of the machine, the new machine. And that new machine model MCO 889 at a quoted price of 420,000. This 420,000 is your purchase price. And supplier offered a cash discount of 4%. So this 4% is the 4% cash discount. So that cash discount will be assumed to be taken, right? And we assume that the company will be paying the amount within the discount period. And therefore that cash discount of 4%, if you were to calculate the initial cost, that should have been deducted. So this one should have been added in the initial cost. And if you can still recall, the initial cost, I put here IC, of a PPE comprised of purchase price, directly attributable cost, which is the cost incurred to bring the asset to its location and for its condition intended by the management. And the last one is the including the estimate. Estimate here is the initial estimate of cost of dismantling, restoration, and the commissioning. These are the things, estimate of this, but this must be at the present value. Okay, but our focus today from this question is just to focus on this two, which is purchase price and directly attributable costs, right? Which is to just go on looking at the initial cost before the calculation part. Okay, let's look at the cost given here. Apart from the purchase price, we have the cost given here. In installation cost, the issue is whether the cost should have been included in the cost of the PPE or initial cost, or shall the cost be excluded. So installation cost is directly attributable cost. So therefore, this directly attributable cost is actually for you to capitalize. So I put here C. Capitalize, meaning that you need to add to the component of initial cost or element of initial cost. Training, the word training, and that was a training for the operator. So this is going to be expense of, because training cost is a day-to-day business activities or business expenses. So that has to be expense of, and therefore that will not be included, right? Machine maintenance cost is not the machine cost, but to maintain the machine. So nothing is informed about whether the maintenance has contributed to the future economic benefits. So we will assume that maintenance here will be expense of, right? So this will not be included. So cost that will be included is this, right? The first one. Of course, the purchase price or the quoted price deducted with a discount. Next, transportation costs. Transportation costs are the cost which is necessary to bring the asset to its intended location. So this is another one that is under direct attributable cost. So this one will be capitalized. So we will add second cost that is incurred in the list or the table given. And then exchange loss, the nature here loss. Normally you will incur exchange loss if you import the asset from overseas companies, or you are using maybe the currency other than Malaysian ringgit. So the exchange loss, the word loss itself is an expense, right? So you will have to expense that off, and it will not be included in the initial cost. Another one, admin cost. Admin cost to process the acquisition. So admin cost is another thing that you have to expense off. So this won't be included. Import duty, if nothing is stated, we assume this is the import duty involved to bring the asset maybe from the country that you imported it from, maybe to the location there. So you need to pay the import duty to the government. So this one shall be included. So this will be part of the item that you should add to the purchase price, because purchase price normally you will have to deduct the discount and plus whatever import duty. So this is part of the element that you should add to the purchase price, and therefore it will be capitalized. So that one is to make analysis of what you have, because normally a question 3 here will ask about the calculation of initial cost. Next, the company adopts a depreciation policy. So this information on depreciation policy is related to subsequent measurement, SN method, subsequent measurement. Under both policy, either cost model or revaluation model, depreciation will be provided if you talk about depreciable assets. So here, depreciation policy using reducing balance method. Where if you talk about cost model, you have cost, and then you have your accumulated depreciation to arrive at the carrying amount. And then you have but this is not within FAR210. So this is accumulated impairment loss, the stuff that you will learn later. But when we talk about depreciation here, which relates to this here, depreciation that we will have to look is straight line method and reducing balance method. So here you are informed that they use reducing balance. Calculated on a yearly basis. So depreciation can also be having, this is the method, either yearly or monthly. Ours are going to be yearly, and we use reducing balance method. And you will also have, this is another thing, which is the rate, 15% of course. But here you have the rate here, 15%, and this 15% is going to be on the carrying amount, or on the carrying amount. Here is the carrying value. There can also be other percentage, but in this question is this 15%, right? And there are no depreciation charge in the year of disposal. So this statement here is not related to the acquired machine yet, but this one will be related when the machine is being disposed on 30th of October. So you will see that the same model machine triple MCO 889 will be disposed of later on this important date, 30th of October. And you are also informed that the company has a remaining useful life for the asset of 8 years. And the closing of the company is every 31st of December. So if you can recall the information given there, it was the purchase was made on 10th of May, and after few years, it is being de-recognized. The word de-recognize refers to the item there, de-recognized or being disposed. So it was being disposed of. Let's look at the requirement. based on the definition of asset as per concession framework, identify whether the above machine is an asset. So if you recall through the summary diagram that I shared with you, you will see that to know whether it is an asset or not, right, you need to make sure that the three important elements is being fulfilled, right? Now, the first one is that, of course, there should be a present economic resources control, right? You have to see that later. Second one is that there should be a past event. And the third one is that there is a right to use. And right to use will produce potential economic benefit. So there are three things that you need to observe before you decide whether the machine is an asset to the reporting entity. So in our case, yeah, the machine it is an asset. How? The first one is to look at the first criteria, which is as I said about the present economic resources. So this is the keyword, present economic resources. So here it is used by the company. Yeah, so basically the resources control here is the machine, right? And machine has the right to use it, and they decided to use it to produce paint. So therefore it fulfills the right to use, yeah, which is the element in the definition of asset, and also it is being controlled, right? Okay. The machine is as a result of past event, meaning that past event means that was being purchased. In your case, you are focusing on machine being purchased, asset being purchased, nothing that you construct yourself. Okay, anything that you purchase from third party, either in cash, on credit, or maybe by issuing shares. But this one is purchased. If you look at the information earlier, they have this cash discount, so it was purchased on cash basis. Okay. Next, machine is a present economic resource. We have done that. So number 2, see what is the past event. The past event will refer to the date of acquisition. So when you acquire, then in the past, when you go and pay or you purchase or you acquire the machine from the supplier deliver it to you. So therefore there is a past event on the date the machine is ready for its intended use. The next one is this potential to produce economic benefit. I hope that you have already gone through your lecture and you've gone through all the examples. You'll be able to see that this is similar to those in the lecture notes, right? Be able to produce types of paints with the new machine. So what is the proof that the machine is able to produce economic benefit or has potential to produce economic benefit? So that was through generating more income. So remember, when you sell the paints for home use or industrial use, the paint, which is your product, that will generate more income. How? For example, debit bank, if they purchase on cash, and your customer credit, you credit your revenue. Revenue here is revenue from sale of paint, and paint here is your goods, right? Okay. So therefore, this generating income by way of revenue, that is going to give you cash inflow. Why cash inflow? Because bank will be increased. Because you will assume if it's paid by cash, customers that bought the paint would pay. Or if it's on credit as well, at the end you have to collect from them. When collecting the money from them, as a result of what they purchase from you, that will bring your potential to produce economic benefit. So the next one is part B. Explain whether the machine is an item of property, plant and equipment. So this one you need to look at the definition as given in the question, PPE, or you can recall the diagram that I give you. Yeah, the summary diagram, remember? Tangible item, and then you have in that summary diagram, L4 you have maybe use in production, supply of goods, supply of services, rental to others, and for admin use, right? As long as you have any of this, because the word here is or meaning that any of the 5 that you have, it is a tangible item and it was being used for more than 1 year. So therefore, that can be regarded as a PPE. In your case, yes. Why yes? The machine is an item of PPE because it is a tangible item. What is the proof that it is a tangible item? Because it has physical form or physical substance. And that, for example, they are made of steel, they are made of metal, etc. They may be made of iron, right? Those are the proof that it has physical form. Next, it was used in manufacturing of paint. So meaning that it was used in production. So if you read, I'm going to choose a different color. Okay. If you read here, the first one we have fulfilled. Second one, yes, but we do not fulfill all 5 as long as you fulfill any one of the 5 given there. So it was used in production. It was a tangible item. What do you understand by the word used in production? The machine, use the machine to produce paint, or you can also use the word to manufacture different types of paint for home and industrial use. You don't have to write that long. And then the last part is to see whether these are being fulfilled or not. If it's being used then for less than a year, that is not a PPE. That would be just maybe an inventory. But here, you expect that you will use it for the next 8 years if you read the information. So if that is more than a year, and it was for 8 years, right? 8 years. So it means that it is a PPE. So therefore, with this, you can either state this information first, this point first, 1, 2, 3. Then only you make conclusion. You can put the conclusion at the bottom, yeah, or you can just straight away decide because you have that machine to be an item of PPE. If none of it is any one of the 3 items here, 1, 2, 3, is not met, it is not a PPE. Next. You have to calculate the initial cost of the machine. We already decided that the purchase price or the quoted price will be deducted with the cash discount. Remember, we already decided that. And the installation cost, we have already decided what to include. So this is just a matter of trying to add things. But if you are asked to do the journal entry, let's say another question asks you about doing the journal entries on 10 of May, the date of initial recognition, yeah, 10 of May 16. You are going to debit you're going to debit the machine, the asset, right? PPE here, how much? 415. This is your initial cost. And you will credit your bank because that was purchased on cash. If it's purchased on credit, you will have to credit the name of your supplier. So that one means there is an increase in asset, PPE, as well as increase in another asset, current asset, time. Okay, next. Okay, you are asked to calculate the depreciation of the machine, right? That one I will leave it to our next video, and today I will stop this, and we will move on to part 2 of the video to discuss about this part on calculating depreciation. So thank you for watching. I'll see you when I will see you. I'll see you in our next part, which is still on this question 3 May 2020. Thank you. Assalamualaikum and bye.